Hi, this is Rue. Welcome to the SlashGear Weekly Roundup. Today we're going to try a slightly different format. Instead of doing a top 10 countdown, we'll highlight just 5 topics this week. Our first pick is the rebirth of the Commodore 64. It's time to party like it's 1985.
Keeping up with the Commodore, 'cause the Commodore's keeping up with you. In a world of fun and fantasy.
If you were a geek back in the 80s, you either had one of these or you were dying to get one. A company based in Florida got rights to revive the Commodore brand, and they just put the first batch on sale this past Tuesday, and it's already sold out. It looks just like the original and it's priced just like the original at $595. But inside is an Atom 1.8 GHz processor, 160 GB hard drive, and 2 GB memory. Now compare that with the original 64 KB memory. Next up, we have an interesting announcement from Facebook. Facebook spent the past year building their own data center in Prineville, Oregon, and they've come up with a design that is 38% more efficient and 24% cheaper. Now they want to share what they've developed via a new open source type of initiative. It's called the Open Compute Project. You can go to opencompute.org and get their designs and specs for your own use, as well as suggest ideas on how they can improve their design. Now, most of us won't be building our own data centers, and the project seems to aim at partnerships with large companies such as Dell, HP, and Intel. But this is still interesting to us because it gets us thinking about what Facebook has planned for the future beyond the social network platform. Now moving on, we have a cool software being developed by a company called Bluestacks that will let you run Android on your 86-bit Windows PC. You may be wondering, why would you need to run a platform designed for touchscreen mobile devices on your Windows PC? Well, to play Angry Birds Rio, of course. But no, on a more fundamental level, why not? It'll give PC manufacturers and developers a way into the Android ecosystem, and perhaps many of the apps you commonly use on your Android device could find a good use on your Windows PC as well. Our very own Ben Beharin was treated to a demo, and I think we'll have a video of the interface coming soon, but the software won't be available to the public until about June this year. And now on to an exciting new tablet. The Acer Iconia Tab A500 had its official pricing and availability announced this week. This could be the first Android honeycomb tablet to seriously compete with the iPad 2. It features all the good stuff of the Motorola Xoom, such as a 10.1-inch touchscreen, Tiger II processor, 2-megapixel front camera, 5-megapixel back camera, Wi-Fi, HDMI, and microSD. But the 16GB model is priced at only $450, which is $50 below the cheapest iPad 2. But how does it compare to that other recent Android honeycomb tablet, the ASUS ePad Transformer? Well, to find out, you should go check out the article link below or search for ASUS ePad Transformer versus Acer Iconia Tab on SlashGear.com. And finally, we have several news items this week that involve Google. Google is still heavily focused on their social ambitions, with a new CEO, Larry Page, issuing a company-wide memo saying that 25% of all Google employees' salary bonuses for 2011 will depend on the success or failure of Google's social efforts. So, Google employees, you better start using that +1 feature and be ready to set up your Google Me profiles. But perhaps more interesting on the Google front is that they just announced Andy Rubin, the father of Android, as a new senior VP. This is really positive because it means that development on Android will certainly take a front seat. And speaking of Android, we had some more fuss this week about anti-fragmentation of the platform. Andy Rubin insists that Google is not changing its open source strategy, and they've always had policies with manufacturers to avoid fragmentation. And the only reason they're not releasing honeycomb source code yet is because they're just not ready. Alright, other things to check out on SlashGear.com this week include our product review of the T-Mobile Nokia C7 Astound and a whole bunch of interesting editorials. The links are provided below, so make sure to check them out. So that wraps it up this week, and now it's time for me to plug our new SlashGear Facebook page. If you haven't already liked us, we'd really appreciate it if you do. And if you already have, then we've got some great news. We'll be giving away 2 Motorola Zooms sometime this week. All the details for the giveaway will be posted on our Facebook page, so check it out. And let us know what you think of this new format instead of a top 10 weekly countdown. We'll probably keep experimenting with different things, and if you have any ideas, please suggest as well. Thanks for watching. This is Rue with SlashGear. We'll see you next time. And now on to it.
Not 2 thumbs up, no.
Woo! Go Taiwan! Well, the next one is about Taiwanese tablet.
Oh, really?
Go Taiwan!
Really? You're gonna do that?